Okay, let's catch up a little bit. So this has been sprayed with the Distress spray stain, just because that's what I have here in the house. Didn't go out and get anything special for it. It's drying, so the ink will take a little while. I'll probably rub it down to get it to kind of hurry up. I also sprayed them with some glycerin and water. If you haven't seen a video on how to make like craft paper or folder look like leather, you can use glycerin and water and work it into the paper. And so I kind of did that on these a little bit. So before this turns out to be anything I don't want it to be, I'm kind of going to be finished with this. After I rub it down, I'm not going to put hair or fur. I think I'm going to leave it kind of mummified, because when I'm done with the cage idea, then I'm going to put it on a frame like a specimen, I believe, which was my original idea. So I didn't have red eyes, which I thought would be kind of spooky for Halloween, but I did have this. Oh, sorry about those hands. So I'm going to take a couple of these little stones out and use that for the eyes. And because it's wet, I don't think too much is going to stick to it. So I don't think the E6000 is going to stick, but we'll see. So I'm going to use the hot glue. So I think when the light hits it, it's going to shine a little bit, and that's going to look pretty cool. So somewhere in this mess, there's a second one. Okay, so the door is going to hang. I think I have it to hang this way, and then I'm going to tie it, and then if you... Okay, so my camera cut off because I think my memory is full. What I did was take this little handle, and this is the door to the cage, and put this little handle on here. I get these in the woodworking section at Hobby Lobby, and there's like 4 in a package, like $1.99, or if I use my coupon, or sometimes they go on clearance. So that's what's on there, just to give it a little bit of it is a door. So, which kind of goes back to my theory, if I was in the jungle and I caught a bat and I needed a cage, I would have made it out of a basket. I might not have that handle, but that's okay. We needed a little embellishment. So let me see if I can get over here where you can see what I'm doing. I'm really just going to tie this on here. Again, we're just going to get through this season with this cage, and then it will become, the bat will become a specimen hanging, I believe. Or I might get like maybe a glass jar or something, some kind of display to hang him in after this part. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to fill it with some greenery. Like I said, I'm kind of getting to the end of wanting to do too much more with it. But I think it was kind of fun. Just one night I decided I needed a bat and a cage, and I need to fix that. And so this is what I came up with. So let me see if I can get you over here to kind of see it. So I made that out of the, remember the bamboo window shade? And we took the slats out of it, and we just glued them there and made our cage out of it. So I'm going to tighten up some of these strings and trim those, and work on the inside a little bit, and I'll come right back. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to show you that I'm just going to put, these are from my bushes in the front yard, and if it, again, was a piece I was going to sell in the shop, or I had been commissioned, it would have been a whole different idea. I'm not going to do so much with the bottom. I was going to raise it. Again, there's a million things you could do with this. So if you've made one and it's inspired you to make one, and if I had started it earlier, probably would have done nicer so that it would be something permanent. But my purpose is not going to be permanent, so I'm okay with not finishing it. it could use some feet on the bottom. I do have some blocks that I painted for that maybe, but for now I'm going to just fill it in with some a perch for him to stand on, some plants at the bottom. I have some old plants, like fake plants that I had outside. I think I'm going to disassemble these a little bit and put them in there and see if I can't get him hung in there. So I'll be back in just a bit. I'll just show you that on the plant that I'm taking apart, and it's dirty. I told you it was outside, so I just broke off a stick and I glued that on there. I'm going to do this a couple of times and then I'm going to set them in and around the bottom of the cage. Okay, I'm trying to secure the perch a little bit because if you remember in the first video, the bat's feet are shaped so that he would hang, and I want him to stand up in here. So I'm having a hard time securing his feet and not having this perch roll. So I'm hoping that tying it a little bit helps with that. Okay, so what we are going to do is go ahead and put the wings back on. I'm just going to put a little glue because I've been taking them off and on a lot, and the paper makes it fit a little bit different. Is that right? That's not even right. Let me try that again. Oh, let me see if I'm not even on the camera. Sorry. Okay. All right, I like him. It was an experiment. It's something I had never done before, so I think it came out pretty cool. A little mummified. Oh my goodness. And I think it's too wet for the glue to hold, but it's okay. So here we go. Let's see if we can get him up on that perch. Okay, so I've tried hot gluing him to the stick to see if he'll sit up there on the perch. One of the feet I have just on a little cross branch there, hoping that'll give him some stability. And so I'm going to give him a background, but I don't want to hide him completely. When I thought that the cage was going to be smaller, I wrapped his wings in, but I think next time I would maybe open them up, and I can still take him out and heat them and then open them up a little bit more. Let me take the phone down real quick and then, okay. I think I'm just about done. Like I said, if this was going to be permanent, I am going to paint this, but you don't have to watch me do that. But I'm going to take some pictures and put a backboard so that you can see not my curtains in the background. But there he is. So I just went outside, got a branch, put it across, tied it on each end so it would stay. Again, I'm hoping those eyes kind of shine in the light. Okay, well, I went and got a little tea light, and I thought maybe it would shine, maybe in the dark. Let's see. Well, not too great, but maybe with a different light. I think he looks pretty, I don't know, spooky, eerie. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, there's the eyes. It's not that light shining on them from my computer, I think. So, but Okay, so let me put a backboard up there so you maybe can see a little bit better. So, other than painting that thing on the top, that's it. You could have more plants on there. I have another plant I could take apart. But I think it's a pretty cool idea just for one night needing just a prop and a place to put the bat that I had made. The bat was a dollar store bat. It was a beige kind of white plastic, and I put the skin on him, and which was the tissue paper from a pattern, like a sewing pattern, and put that on there with matte medium, and then let it dry. Took him to work, showed him off at work. We're decorating our cubicles, but I didn't want to leave him at work so I could finish. And then the original idea was to put him in a frame for a specimen, but I watched a video by Christine McDonald. You have to go and watch her show on Netflix and see her YouTube. Hers was on a whole nother scale. It was an actual kind of prop type thing, but it inspired me to try to make a cage. So I went out in the garage. I had an old bamboo window shade, and I took the slats apart and I shaped them into this wonky kind of bird cage looking thing. And so tonight we've finished the bat. We inked him. So now he's turning really kind of dark and creepy looking. And we gave him some orange jeweled eyes that I hope will shine in the light. And we filled the cage with some shrubbery from outside and a fake plant that I had also outside. I just took it apart and put that inside. And I think that's going to be it. I have a rock in there. If I set it outside, I'm not sure that I will. But anyway, just gives it a little bit of a jungle feel. And I think we're going to call it a day on this one. It was a lot of fun. It was, you know, when you want to make something and you need like the practice one, or you know, whatever you want to call it. Maybe that was this for me, and maybe we'll do a wire cage at some point. But I'm, as wonky as it is, and it's not my best work for a last minute, I need a prop for Halloween. I think it turned out really cute, and I'm proud of it. Super proud of the bat. Covering it with that pattern paper worked like a charm. It came out just see-through, like if it was the skin. I like how it came out. It was just a cheap little Dollar Tree bat, and now this is what we have. So thanks for coming along with me. I enjoyed showing it to you. Not necessarily a tutorial, even though I wanted to show you step by step, but I wanted you to, if you had never stepped out and tried something like that, maybe you could as well. I hadn't really done anything like this before. And the tissue paper on the bat, I was just trying to think of what I had around the house, and that was really thin, and that was it. That's what I had, was that kind of tissue paper. Other than my Tim Holtz that has the birds on it, but that probably wouldn't have worked. So, but anyway, there he is. He's all finished. He's sitting on his perch. I might get a different kind of light and put him on there, set him up in the window or something, but I'll put some pictures so you can have some close-ups. But again, thanks for following along with me. I really appreciate it. It was really fun. You don't have to tell me that it's not great work, but I think it is for a last-minute prop that I needed for Halloween, so I think it came out okay. And like, again, there's so many things you could do with it if you're going to make one. There are so many things that I could have done, but I'm truly just doing it kind of on the fly, and when I have a few minutes here and there, and it's just going to be for a Halloween prop. And then the bat will have probably a different purpose after that. So he's probably going to be hung like a specimen with my butterfly specimen pictures I had made previously. If you liked it, if you could give it a thumbs up and support my channel, I appreciate you. This not necessarily paper, although I always say whatever project I do, I incorporate paper somehow, and today it was tissue paper for this project. So thanks again for joining me. And if you tried something like it, or if you tried to do the bat, then send me a picture of it. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Scrappy Lolly Paper Company, and show me what you did. Thanks again. Take care.